What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we're back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. Keep posting every day, but today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about a player's prime that was cut short due to so many injuries and a major injury in his peak. And we're going to be talking about Grant Hill. And Grant Hill was this versatile forward that looked like a modern forward right now at the same time in the 90s, and he was way ahead of his time. He had the crossover, he had the shot, he could get to the paint, he could dunk it on you. And like I said, he had the crossover to get past you, and he didn't have that same boring style that the 90s players had. Grant Hill had some flashiness to him, which made him so exciting to watch at the time. But let's just get into it. We're going to talk about the injury when I get there. In his rookie season in the 1994-1995 season, he averaged 20 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Obviously, the seasons where he won co-rookie of the year. One of the only players to ever win co-rookie of the year with Jason Kidd. Obviously, we know Jason Kidd's a Hall of Famer. I'm pretty sure Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame. We're going to get to that at the end of the video, but Grant Hill was special coming out of the league. But in the second season, in the 1995-1996 season, he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and basically 7 assists. And he was a great rebounder too at his time too, because nowadays a lot of forwards don't like to get on the glass and go get some rebounds. And Grant Hill was the opposite of that, playing the small forward position. Obviously, playing for Detroit for the couple seasons. He was a great rebounder for them, and obviously he was the best player. He was considered one of the best players in the league. Him personally, he thought he was the best player in the league, but obviously that was Michael Jordan. There's no doubt about it. In the 1996-1997 season, Grant Hill averaged 21.5 points per game, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Again, he was an underrated playmaker too, because like I said, he had the flashiness to him. Like, he had a smartness to him that not a lot of players played with at the time. Like, his driving kick game was perfect. Like, he just had high basketball IQ. And in his fourth season, in the 1997-1998 season, he averaged 21 points, basically 7.5 rebounds and 7 assists. Again, back-to-back 3 seasons in a row with 7 assists. So it showed that he wasn't a nut too. He got his own buckets, and he also knew how to get his teammates involved. And 7 assists is like a playmaker's or a point guard's fucking assist number in the 90s. I feel like if I could pull up a 90s point guard, except for Jason Kidd and obviously the pass first point guards, I'm talking about the score first point guards. But in his next season, the 1999 season, the lockout year, Grant Hill averaged 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he had this consistency to him before the injuries. He was healthy. Like, his rookie season, he played 70 games. Second season, he played 80. Third season, he played 80. Fourth season, he played 81. And the 1999 season, he obviously played 50 before the lockout year. And the next season, the 1999-2000 season, Grant Hill would have his best season as a pro, in my opinion. He averaged 26 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Again, and this would be the beginning of the end for Grant Hill. Let's not say beginning of the end, because he was still a great player, but he was not the superstar player that he used to be. And he left Detroit, he went to Orlando to team up with a prime Tracy McGrady. We all know what T-Mac would end up doing with the Magic, and Grant Hill was on that team before the injury happened. 4 games into the season, Grant Hill averaged basically 14.6 rebounds and 6 assists. He was out the whole season due to injury. The next season, he got injured again, but only played 14 games. He averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. In these first 3 Orlando seasons, he wasn't healthy at all, and it would be consistent throughout his Orlando Magic days, which is sad, because we know the great player, or I just told y'all the great player he was in Detroit when he was healthy. And the next season, he averaged 14.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Again, only playing 29 games that season. In the 2004-2005 season, he came back, he played 67 games, which would be an outlier for his time in Orlando. It feels like He averaged 19.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. It looked like he was gonna return to the Grant Hill of previous, but that didn't happen, obviously. And in the 2005-2006 season, he only played 21 games. He got injured again. He averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the injuries just started to pile up. Like I said, this didn't happen at the start of his career. Like, this was crazy for Grant Hill standpoint. He was just getting to the peak of his career, and then the downfall what happens just so fast, which sucks, because he never really got to see the full player or what he could have been, like playing with Tracy McGrady in his prime, playing with that Orlando Magic team, which was a perennial team, and giving Tracy McGrady the help he needed. But in his final season in Orlando, he played 65 games. Obviously, he was a shell of himself by then. He averaged 14 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he went to Phoenix, where he would eventually carve out the rest of his career, except for he played one season on the Clippers, and he was healthy these next couple seasons. In the 2007-2008 season, he averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. This is when he became a sixth man, I guess, because he was no longer a starter on these teams. He averaged 31 minutes, but he played 70 games, so it might have worked. In the 2008-2009 season, he played 82 games. He averaged 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Again, and he was on these Suns teams after, obviously, they were done making a run. He was on the team the 07-08 season where they made a run at it. I'm pretty sure Steve Nash won MVP that season, but it sucks that Grant Hill had to turn into a role player. The next season, he played 81 games. He averaged 11 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. In the 2010-2011 season, Grant Hill averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Played 80 games that season, so it's great that he got to see some. He didn't see health issues at the end of his career, but it sucks that he had to face them at the start of his career, because, like I said, he couldn't become the player that everybody thought he would have become. Everybody would have thought he would have became. In his final season in Phoenix, he averaged 10 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And in the 2012-2013 season, Grant Hill's last season in the NBA, he averaged 3 points, 1.5 rebounds, and 0.9 assists. And obviously, if you know Grant Hill and you know basketball, that you know that Grant Hill could have been something special. He was something special, but he could have been much more. But Grant Hill's accolades speak for themselves, even though they were short-lived, I guess. He was a 7-time All-Star in 1995 through 1998. He was an All-Star in 2000, 2001, and 2005. All-NBA first team in 1997. All-NBA second team in 1996, 1998, and 2000. He was co-rookie of the year in 1995. He was all-rookie first team in 1995. And he's a Duke legend. In his career, he has 17,137 points. And he averaged 6,169 rebounds. Assists, he had 4,252. And he scored 17,000 points while becoming a role player after injuries. Imagine if that superstar prime would have lasted longer. He would have probably been past 20,000. But I just wanted to tell y'all the story of Grant Hill. Let me know down below how y'all feel about him. Subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.